It's stressing me out. I'm not going to have it weighing me down. It's just, I can't get the time span on this job. It's not going to work for me. I've tried it for a week. About there is where that bathroom is. And we've got to get this ceiling back down to get the waste pipes in. And the builder said, just take down what you need to take down. It's just beginning to play my mind a little bit. I didn't sleep very well last night due to the stress of this and week one. So on that account, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not putting that much pressure on myself to get this job done and sacrifice the customers I've built up over years and years. Right, it's Thursday morning. I didn't film any content yesterday, which was Wednesday, because I was just trying to throw a load of pipe work in and get sort of one step ahead of the plasterers who are literally in the room above me. Because there's a gang of 8 of them, they're just constantly pressing on, and I don't know if I've already said, but this job, the plasterers should probably be 3 weeks, still not here for 3 weeks, allowing me to get all my pipe work in. When I first come and looked at the job, it was just a complete shell. There was no boards up or anything, and I said to the builder, look, if I can get in like this, I can get 2 weeks solid on it, get everything in. Phone call was made, all right, I'll be in on Monday. He's gone, oh, the plasterers have been in a week. I'm like, great. So I've got here and they've boarded walls that I've had to take off and this, that and the other, but yeah, it's just sort of, you know, pissing me off a little bit that I've got to do that and I'm being chased by them. So I spent the day yesterday just getting a load of pipe work in. We've got to batten it all out and that yet anyway, and clip it and get it lagged. But I just wanted to get a run on, get this done. Hot and colds and secondary running through there into the plant room. Little cloakroom here, so I've got them here. These are all going to be tacked to the wall. But as I said, it just seems to be a rush that I'm trying to get everything done and try and stay in front of them. So today we've got to get these pipe works, connect them in because they're feeding a bathroom over here, a bath here, we've got to feed the kitchen, another bathroom. So yeah, I was told at the start this weren't going to be a nightmare job. I've had big jobs like this before where I've had the run of the building for 3 weeks to get the first fix in, which is what I thought I was going to get here, but turned up Monday morning, we're now Thursday, I turned up Monday morning, plasterers, gang of 8 of them, and there's just me on my own. People will say, oh, get an apprentice. Don't need an apprentice, I just need time to get in. Granted, the builder needs to get his stuff done, but it's just becoming a headache from day one, to be perfectly honest. But we'll start getting the rest of these pipes coupled up. And as the builder's supplying all the bits, I'm having to make him a list for him to drop out to me. So like yesterday, we got to this point and we ran out of fittings, so there weren't a lot I could do. And also, yesterday morning, I had to go and do another little job before I came here. And I've got jobs pending next week that I need to get to do, which was all fine if we'd have been, you know, here on our own, but it is what it is, I suppose. Right, we'll crack on. As you can see on this job, I'm using speed fit pipe. Let me show you. Yeah, John Guest speed fit pipe. Now, a few people have said to me, I didn't think you use speed fit. If I'm doing a job and I've priced it up and I'm supplying the materials, I'll use polypipe, just because I find it a lot easier to fit, to put through joists. It's a lot more flexible. But as I said, the builder's supplying all the materials on this job, so I make him a list and he turns up with that. And you know, sometimes when you go to the merchants to get your stuff, you know what you need. You'll be there and you go, oh, I need that and that and that. Whereas sometimes I'm making him a list and he's turning up and there's a couple of little bits short and whatnot. So right, let's begin connecting some pipes up.
Favourite 90s moment you're asking for? Yeah.
That's all the pipe work now into positions where we need it. Obviously that one's there underneath for the bath. We've got the hot and colds running across. We will get them clipped up and we will get them insulated, but I just needed to get them all in like that. We're going to clip that so it's level through the joists. Even though you're not going to see it, I just want it to look right for my own peace of mind really. So we'll get all that clipped in, get that ready to go. We've got stabs up there for the bathroom above. Where are we? Over there for another bathroom. We're dropping down here for the kitchen. We're going to work out exactly where the kitchen position is, run along and just stab them out, get some clips on them down the wall ready for it to be dot and dabbed. And then in here, this is the plant room. It's got two 22mm coppers to poke down, so they'll be into the plant room. Again, we've got tees in there, drop down here for utility, and then finally down in here we've got drops down the wall for the basin, down there for the toilet, and again we'll get all these clipped in, insulated, so we're ready to go. So this in theory now is ready. Once we've obviously insulated it and clipped it, and that is ready to be insulated, like all within the joist, and get the boards on. So I'm ahead of them here at least. So we just got to pop back up now to the top floor and just run some pipe work around inside the bathroom, and get it into positions where the valves are going to go. We're still waiting on the valves to come to site so we can set them in the walls, pipe them up, because as I've shown in previous videos, they have to be a certain depth out of the wall for the cover plates to go on, etc, etc. And some of them having wall mounted taps, so the taps are in the wall, all the gubbins in the wall fitted, and then the basin just drops on underneath it. But they're just a pain in the arse bits that I need them here on site. I need the fittings here, but we've got every man and his dog here. So, oh well, let's just get on with it. Let's get up to the top floor anyway, out of the way. So we're on the top floor now. The brick is just doing a nice feature wall here with like brick slips and that. That'll be really nice. So this is the bathroom that we've got to finish carcassing out. Just having a floating pan here, so the cradle's going to go in there. So we'll leave the cold there for now. We'll take the hot and colds along. Basin's going here. We'll drill through these joists, round. Shower valves go in here, so that when you walk into the shower, turn the valve on, your rise is going to be there, and your rainfall is going to be there, so you don't have to reach right in to turn it on and get wet. So we've got to bring the hot and colds round here, into here, and then we'll probably loop a couple of pipes in over to that wall there. But this is one of my concerns now. The waste has got to go down through the floor there to connect into the stack, which is over here. They've already boarded and skimmed the ceiling below, where we need to get to. Just there, about there is where that bathroom is, and we've got to get this ceiling back down to get the waste pipes in, because the plasterers are just going on and on and on and just getting the work in. And the builder said, just take down what you need to take down. That's what just begins to annoy you. So this is one of the other bathrooms. Again, we'll come in here shortly and just carcass this out. There's a toilet going there, we'll get the feeds in here. Shower is going on that wall here, and I've already got the hot and colds in for that basin, and the bath's going here, but they were fed. This is above where the kitchen is, so them pipes are all in below.
Create a real and immediate risk of him being killed or injured. Ukraine's Foreign Minister has again
So there we go, that's all in now. Pipe working for the shower. I've put the pipe work round for the riser. They're just sort of in at the minute. When that valve goes in there, we can come off that, and where the actual, what I usually do is put wall plate elbows, outside tap wall plate elbows for the body one and for the rainfall shower. I think the rainfall's going to go back up, so we're going to keep it as high as possible. We'll come off there and out the copper into the into the wall plate elbow, and the same there, just a little bit of copper into the wall plate elbow, just so it bites onto the nut and olive a bit better. So they're in, they can wait to go into the valve. When the valve's mounted, again, we'll come off there in copper, we'll come off that into copper, into the valves, just so the nuts bite well onto it, and the same with that. But yeah, basin's in, shower pipes are in, toilet pipes in. It's just underneath the issue with the ceiling that's been boarded and skimmed. We move down now into the far end ensuite, where in this one we're having a toilet, basin and a shower, but it's going to shift out this way slightly because of the drop in that ceiling there. So what we're going to do is, as these are running along here, because we're going to go to the basin, obviously hot on the left and it's on the bottom, because this is being dot and dabbed off the wall, we can't really come this side with the set because it's going to lift the dab too far off the wall, and because the basin is going to be a floating basin, i.e. a gap underneath the bottom of it, and we need to bring the pipes out about here. So what I'm going to do is just chop a little bit of this wall out behind, and then we can hook this pipe round and then up and out for the hot there, and the cold can come up and out, and then we'll do the same just as a pass over there, but we'll go underneath it into the wall up, ready for the shower. So sometimes you just got to tweak it a little bit. Again, real world plumbing, just chop that little bit out, chop that bit out there. It's not a problem at all. So there we go. If we just clip these pipes back in now, like so, what I'll do is get a T on there and just put the little bend around the back of there, little set around the back of there, and then they can both come up and out there. Right, let's see if that, there we go, that'll be perfect. Just trim a little bit off the bottom, and that's set. We'll just pass down the back of that pipe perfectly. Just offer that into position like so, just so it sits back to the wall, and then we'll mark it there. Cut that bit off it, pop a T on there, the other little bit in there, and then we can come off with the cold there. So we just trim this off and get this soldered in before lunch. There we go. There we go. Perfect little reverse set to get that back to the wall and going that way, so we're not pushing the boards off too much. So we'll get the cold put in as well. We'll do the same for the hot, for the shower, get the cold in, poke the tails out, and then that is this bathroom, or this ensuite at least, the pipe work sorted. It's having just an exposed shower, so the head's going to be up here, but because we've got this bit, I've had to work out exactly where it can be, because there's no point in having it here, you know, that's above my head already. So the only place to have that rainfall bit is here, but it's going to shove everything across. I think what they may end up doing, to be completely honest, is shifting this doorway across, which is what I would do, because to get the head height in for that shower, your screen's going to be here, but it's going to be overlapping the door. But again, just something that hasn't really been thought through when they've designed the bathrooms, but I can only put it where I know that shower's going to work. So it's Friday morning and I'm on my way to this job that we're doing. Some of you may remember back, I'll put a link up in the corner to the barns that I did last summer, and this job here that I'm doing now is for the same builder. And when we done the barns last summer, I really struggled to get into the job because everything just didn't run smoothly. Then when I was there, I spoke to a lot of the the trades on site and they said this is what the jobs are like all the time. Now, at no point has this builder ever not paid me. He's good as gold. To be fair, the guy is sound. He's a really nice guy. So, but off the back of that job, I really struggled mentally with the job, and it's the first time in years that a job's really got to me. And I sort of stepped away from that job at the end when it was done, finished, all complete. And I sort of said, look, I'm not going to work for him again, because just the way the jobs are run, and just couldn't get my head around it, and it took a while to get it out of my head. So anyway, coming into the new year, he's messaged me a few times about this job, and I've gone, look, I can't get to it, you know, it's not for me, mate, rah, rah. Anyway, he kept pestering me, and I went and I'll go and have a look, just to sort of have a look over it. So I got there, and it was just a complete shell, just the studs up. And I thought, if I could have 2 weeks on it, I could get a lot of the first fix in, or completely first fixed, as long as I've got all the details. So I sort of said to him, right, okay, I can come the start of April and make a start on it, as long as it's like this. Yeah, so 2 weeks ago, he's messaged me, gone, how are we looking? I went, yeah, I'll be there next week. I went, oh, the plasterers are starting today. This was 2 weeks ago. I went, well, no, I've got to get, there's not a single pipe in, which straight away made me like, ugh. And I was like, right, okay. So anyway, I've got there Monday morning, as you'll have seen on the last video, and it's just rammed full of blokes. There's a gang of 8 plasterers there, all bollocking the stuff in. Fair play, get your stuff in. You know, I've had to take boards off to get pipe work in, and just in the back of my mind, I'm going, I can't do this. Along with all the work that I've got anyway, I've found this week, I've put a couple of jobs of my own off to get this done, and it's just, that's not good. That's not how it's going to go. I'm looking after the customers that I've built up over 15, 16 years of working for myself. They come first, not this guy. Don't get me wrong, I'm on day rate with it, I haven't priced it, but I'm already slipping into that mindset that I don't want to sort of be there. I don't want to. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get there today, finish the first fix as much as I can, and then just sort of say, look, I can't physically fit in what needs doing on this job as a single guy. It needs a team of about 4 plumbers to go and hit it, and I just haven't got that. But I knew that going into it, so it's a little bit of a fault of my own, really. I should have stuck to my guns and said no. But I've been there the first week. I've got a load of the first fix in. It's as good as done. So I'm just going to... It's a bit of a tough one, because I've never, ever walked away from a job before. But this one, for my own mental state, for my own sanity, I've got to do it, and respect to the customers that I've got and the jobs that I've got booked in. It's like May, middle of May, middle of June, I've got a whole month doing 2 bathrooms for someone. So that's a complete month out of this job here, if I was to carry on. Anyway, I'm waffling now, but right, we're going to go there and get this Friday done. It's like this afternoon, I've got another job to do this afternoon, so I'm only here half a day. So I've just been round, checked everywhere's first fixed, near on with the plumbing, so I can crack on with that. I've got all the pipework clipped into the joist. If you've never used these before, these Talon joist clips, they're really handy just to run pipes across. So I've clipped all them, got them all clipped up. What I'm going to do is, I've got some lagging over here, get as much lagging on to the pipework as lagging is here, because there's not a lot here. Got all the tails out, utilities going there, so I've brought them down, got the tails out for them. Again, we'll try and lag in here. Hot colds and secondary, as I've shown you a few times, are in the boiler room. And just brought some tails out here for the downstairs cloakroom. But as I've said, the plasterers are up there now in the bathrooms, boarding, skimming the bathrooms. So it's just I just can't get the time span on this job. It's not going to work for me. I tried it for a week, and as I think I've already said in a little bit before I got here this morning, it's stressing me out. I'm not going to have it weighing me down. But we're at a point I could speak to the builder and say, look, you know, time-wise it's not going to work for me, because of everything shifted, because the plasterers are in, and I should have had a clean run through the building, and I haven't had that. So it's just not going to work with the time frame of other jobs I've got in. I say I've got a month block booked in about 3 weeks' time, so it's just not going to work for me. And as I said, it's just beginning to play on my mind a little bit. I didn't sleep very well last night due to the stress of this in week 1. So on that account, no, I'm not doing it. But I'm just showing you as it is. You've seen me do big builds before, but this one, for my own sanity, again, it's for this builder that the jobs just don't seem to run right from my point of view. I said to him I needed it empty to get in. Turned up the first morning, there's a gang of 8 plasterers here, so they got the insulation in the kitchen ready to go into the ceiling already. I'm not putting that much pressure on myself to get this job done and sacrifice the customers I've built up over years and years. So I don't know, it's not for me, this one. So I've just left that job, well, about an hour ago, and just went and grabbed a sandwich and just chilled out for a little bit. I don't know what I've showed you, I don't know what I've put in the video, I don't know what I've showed you or whatnot, but my existing customers take priority. The customers that have been with me for 15, 16 years, as long as I've been on my own, take priority over a job like that is going to swallow up all of my time, and is just flooded with blokes. And you know, it's just, I'm gonna have to cut ceilings down to get to waste pipes that are up there, and you know, they're constantly going to be chasing me, and I know the builder's going to be, oh, when are you getting this done, when are you getting that done, oh, these are arriving next week, oh, I haven't got next week, I'm away doing this and this next week. If I had 5 or 6 blokes, then fine. I've done big builds like the barn renovation. That was a known fact that was going to go in. I knew how it was going to work. I knew there was never going to be any problems on that schedule wise, because I've worked with Scott for years and years and years. Whereas this job for this builder, just going on the last job was a nightmare. So straight away your mind is already against it, if you like. I told him I didn't have time for it. He kept coming at me going, you know, can you come and have a look, can you, you know, even if you can give me this, that and the other. So I went and had a look and started it. But even like the first day I turned up and it's 8 plasterers on there boarding ceilings and wall. I've had to take boards off to get pipe work in. So interest was gone straight away. But right, sorry for rambling on, but it's just, I just wanted to make it clear that these things happen sometimes, and sometimes you've got to prioritise what you do. And as I said, it's the first job I've ever walked off in 25 years of being a plumber, 16 years on my own. So yeah, so I hope you found this video just something a bit different, a bit of an insight, and I can just feel the stress levels of myself dropping a little bit already. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and drop me a comment below and just tell me what you would have done. And if anyone's watched my previous video, I'll bang a link up there. I know it's late in the video, but I'll bang a link up there and you can take a look at the other job that we did with them and you'll see exactly what I mean. I just knew where it's going to go. Right, I'll leave it to it.